Bob, are you best known for your role in Hogan's Heroes?
Yeah, I think most people identify Bob Crane with Hogan's Heroes, and thank goodness for that, because there are a lot of Bob C's in the business. I'm forever having people come up to say, "Hi, Mr. Conrad," or "Hi, Mr. Culp," or "Hi, Mr. Cummings," or "Hi, Mr. Crosby." I mean, there's an endless list of Bob C's in the business. So when you say, "I'm the guy that plays Hogan's Heroes," oh, that one, you know. So, no, I'm thankful for Hogan's. We did that for 6 years, and it was Hogan's that allowed me then to go out and do local theater.
So actually, that role for 6 years, day after day, did not hinder you in seeking other roles? So you
no, it hindered me in the sense that I don't do that much television or movies, because a lot of people assume, well, that's Colonel Hogan. You know, he does that sort of thing. For instance, if there's a military show, just recently Vince Edwards did a pilot for a new show where they're at an Air Force base north of California, where it's a training base for young pilots. And Vince was the star of it, and there was a question about me perhaps doing something in the show. And somebody said, "No, it'll look like Colonel Hogan is working at an Air Force base." And I said, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah, put you back in uniform, and it's Hogan, and you know."
Sure.
So I've never done anything in uniform outside of that.
Bob, was it difficult for you personally, after being on a series for so long? Once it was over, what was it like for you? Was it a difficult transition or adjustment?
Not really. There's never a point where you say, "Gee, this is difficult." I love life. I'm an optimist. I'm the guy that always assumes no matter what's in that room, there's a pony hidden underneath all of that stuff. I am the original guy that says that there must be a pony in there. And so what happens when the show goes off, I got a lot of offers to do talk shows, because this is what I did in radio before I ever got into television, and I was known as a talk show host. So everybody said, "Okay, now you'll do a talk show." And I said, "No." And the years went on, and meantime I'm doing my play. I started doing Beginner's Luck 7 years ago. We did The Windmill here about 5 years ago, and I was just rewriting the play at that point and adding a lot of things to it, taking out things, and the years go by, and never once do you say, "Gee, I'm disappointed because another series hasn't come along," because I did do a series about 3 years ago for NBC called The Bob Crane Show. We wanted to call it The Dick Van Dyke Show, but that was already taken. But on that show I played a 40-year-old guy that goes back to college to study to be a doctor. Unfortunately, the series didn't become a hit. It lasted 14 weeks and over.
That was it.
But then you go on and you keep doing the dinner theaters and you keep looking for another role on television. I did Love Boat recently.
That's a funny show.
Oh, yeah. And so you're never really disappointed. You always say, one of these days, I think hope springs eternal in an actor's life. You know, you always are looking for the next thing that happens, next thing that comes along.
Bob, Hogan's Heroes was about World War II. MASH was about the Korean War. Do you think that there will ever be a comedy TV about what happened in Vietnam? Or do you think it would be appropriate?